Hello, friends, and welcome to Thursday. Today is the last day of comprehension with Miss Allen that we'll be talking about making inferences. So be sure you have your listening ears on. Be sure you're really trying to use what you already know, adding it to some of those clues from our story to make some meaningful inferences that will help us to understand what we're learning. Remember, an inference is a guess you make using clues. It's reading what's not said in the book. So today, friends, we have a new book we're going to be reading all together. That new book is called Knuffle Bunny. I bet a lot of you have probably read this at home, and I think it is such a fun book. We're going to be reading it slowly, and we're going to be really thinking about what inferences or what guesses we can make using clues about Knuffle Bunny. So let's go ahead and get started. Not very long ago, before she could even speak words, Trixie went on an errand with her dad. Even from this very first page, friends, I can already make an inference about what errand Dad is running with Trixie. If we take a peek here, we already know that they are running an errand, and we see something in Dad's hands. I'm going to make a guess about what I know about errands and what I see in the picture to make the inference that they are going to do some laundry together. To me, this looks like a laundry basket. I know that in my apartment where I live, or maybe where you live, mom, dad, or the adult at home has a laundry basket sort of similar to this that you put your dirty clothes in. And I know that sometimes in big cities, just like this one looks like, they don't always have washers and dryers in their house. I know I don't have a washer and dryer in my apartment, so I have to go somewhere special to do my laundry, like to a laundromat. So my inference is that they are going to do their laundry. Trixie and her daddy went down the street, through the park, past the school, and into the laundromat. Trixie helped her daddy put the washing into the machine. Oops. She even was allowed to put the money into the machine. Then they left. But on the way home, Trixie realized something. Use your big, strong brain. Think about what you already know, what we've read in the story, and try to make an inference. Think about how you feel when your face looks like this. Think about what you remember from the first couple pages. What is your inference? What do you think Trixie just realized? Trixie turned to her daddy and said, "Aggle, flaggle, clabble." "That's right," replied her daddy. "We're going home." Now think about how she's feeling. And why do you think she's feeling that way? Make an inference. "Aggle, flaggle, clabble," said Trixie again. "Blaggle, plabble, wumby, flappy, snurp." Remember, she's saying all this crazy stuff because she doesn't know how to talk yet. She's too little. "Now, please don't get fussy," said her daddy. Well, she had no choice. Trixie bawled. Wah! She went boneless. Ugh. She did everything she could to show how unhappy she was. Remember, keep making that inference. Why do you think she's so unhappy? Why is she throwing such a big fit? By the time they got home, her daddy was unhappy too. Let's make another inference. Why do you think daddy became unhappy? He was fine the whole entire story until now. And now all of a sudden he's unhappy. What do you think happened? Make an inference about why you think daddy got so unhappy. As soon as Trixie's mommy opened the door, she asked, "Where's Nuffle Bunny?" Now, how do you think they're feeling? How does daddy feel? How does Trixie feel? The whole family ran down the street. Make another inference. Why do you think they're running down the street? And they ran through the park. They zoomed past the school and into the laundromat. Trixie's daddy looked for the Nuffle Bunny and looked and looked and looked. But Nuffle Bunny was nowhere to be found. Uh-oh. So Trixie's daddy decided to look harder until Nuffle Bunny! And those were the first words Trixie ever said. Awesome! So that was Nuffle Bunny. I hope that you were using your big, strong brain to make a couple inferences about this story so that you could better understand what was happening in this book. We have done a lot of work the past 2 weeks learning all about inferences and how they can help us to better understand what we're reading or even some of the pictures that we're looking at. You have grown your brain so much, but just because we're done learning about making inferences doesn't mean it's time to stop making inferences. You need to continue making inferences all the time in all the books you read and all the stories that you listen to. Always be thinking about how you can make connections with what you're reading to make a guess about what's happening in the story that the author does not tell you. So keep working on making inferences, keep challenging that brain, and keep working on understanding what you're reading. You did amazing. I will see you next time. Adios, amigos.